All night, I've been making the case for picking individual stocks rather than parking all of your money in an index fund that mirrors the S&P 500. As I point out in How to Make Money in Any Market, very few stocks generate tremendous long-term outperformance, but the ones that do rarely come out of nowhere. They tend to be obvious, high profile, usually in the kind of business that you regularly interact with in your everyday life. But this is a big but. If you're going to pick your own stocks, you need to have an edge. When I got started in this game, it was much harder to access information, which made investing a real headache, very time-consuming. At the same time, though, it was also much easier to get an edge, to know something that other investors don't, because there was all sorts of data buried in places that no one would ever look. These days, everything is on the internet. A few search queries, maybe a little dialogue with one of the chatbots, and you can access most of what's relevant that you need to pick a stock. You barely even need to think about it. In my day, it was very different. When I first started picking stocks, I was working at a thing called the American Lawyer in New York City. I moved from the backseat of my Ford Fairmont to my sister's couch. I was able to put away a little money, so I opened a brokerage account and started reading articles in business publications. Back then, I was always keeping an eye on stocks with low-dollar prices, single-digit names, because I assumed I'd get more bang up for my buck if I could buy more shares at once. God, I was young.